Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamualaikum dear students and a very good morning to you all. I hope you all will be fine and in a good health. Today you have a chemistry class. I am your chemistry teacher here. Today we are going to discuss about the basic definitions of chemistry. In the previous lectures you discussed about the basic definition of chemistry, that what chemistry is, and branches of chemistry in detail. Now today we are going to discuss about the basic definition that is in your book on page number 6. Okay, in the basic definition first we will discuss about the matter. Now what is matter? As you look around yourself in the universe, all the things are made up of matter. Now what matter is? Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. Means what is mass? Mass is basically the heaviness of something, and anything that has occupies space means that has volume. So we define the matter as anything that has mass and occupies space or volume is called matter. As we can take the simple example of matter. As you look around yourself, the table, the chair, the room, we ourselves, we are matter. Clear? Because we have mass and we have occupied the space. So anything that has mass and occupied space is called matter. Anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. For example, solid, liquid, gas, all the thing around us is made up of matter. Each and everything, even a small thing, is made up of matter. Some examples of matter are people, trees, computer, ears, your mobile phone, houses, cars, paper, pencil, everything, you and me, we are made up of matter because we have mass and we have occupied the space. Now we will discuss about the classification of matter. The matter is classified into different categories. Now we will discuss about the classification of matter. The matter is divided into mixture and pure substances. Mixture and pure substances. Clear? Now the mixture is further divided into two categories, that is heterogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture. While the pure substances also categorized into elements and compound. So this is the sketch of classification of matter on book page number 6, that matter is classified into mixture and pure substances. The mixture is then further divided into heterogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture, while the pure substances is categorized into elements and compound. Now what is pure substances? Before going to explain the pure substances, you must know that what is substance. Substance is a piece of matter in its pure form. A piece of matter in its pure form is known as the substance. For example, when a small piece of matter taken in its pure form is called pure substance. Come toward the definition of substance, and you can simply say that pure substance is anything that is free from the impurities. Anything that is free from the impurities is known as the pure substance. But in chemistry, we define the pure substance in another way. Like a pure substance is a substance which is composed of only one type of atom or particle, and that has chemical and physical properties that do not change. How we define the pure substance in the chemistry point of view, that anything or any substance that is composed of only one type of atom or particle. Clear? A substance that is made up of only one type of atom or particle that has chemical and physical property that do not change, means its physical and chemical property will never be changed, will not be changed. Now what is chemical and physical properties? Chemical properties are related to the chemical bonds, and chemical reactions, as you have studied in the previous lecture in the branches of chemistry, in the definition of chemistry. While the physical properties are related to the physical thing, like the things we touch, we see, we feel, it is related to the physical properties. Clear? So a pure substance which is made up of only one type of atom or particle that has physical and chemical properties that do not change, means that physical and chemical properties will remain constant, it will not be changed. The pure substance is then categorized into two groups, that is element and compound. Clear? Pure substance is further categorized and further divided into element and the compound. Now first we will discuss about the element, that what is an element. Element is a pure substance that is made up of only one single type of atom. Clear? A pure substance that is made up of single type of atom is called element. Now what is atom? Atom is the basic building block of the matter. So we define the element, a pure substance that is made up of single type of एटम, जो हमारे पास एक टाइप ऑफ एटम से बना हो, जिसमें सारे एटम्स जो हैं वो सेम हो, एक ही टाइप को हो, वो हमारे पास एलिमेंट होता है. वो सब्सटेंस हमारे पास क्या होता है? एलिमेंट. वी कॉल दैट सब्सटेंस एज एलिमेंट, लाइक गोल्ड, आयरन, एल्यूमिनियम, ऑक्सीजन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी हैव गोल्ड. Clear? So you can see that all the particle in the gold is made up of gold atoms. Clear? These are all made up of gold atoms. There is no other particle other than atom, other than gold atom. Clear? The chemical symbol of gold is AU. As you can see that all the particles in the gold is made up of gold atom. There is no another metal. So we call gold as an element, that it is a pure substance that is made up of only single type of element, and that is gold. Is it clear? Another example is the carbon. Used in your pencil lead. So as you can see that in the pencil lead, the carbon contains only the carbon atoms. Clear? There are only carbon particles or carbon atoms in the pencil lead. So it is made up of carbon atoms. There are only carbon atoms in the your pencil lead. Clear? So it is also, carbon is also a pure substance, or we called it as an element. The next one is category of a pure substance is a compound. Now what is a compound? A compound is the substance in which two or more different elements are chemically bonded together. Now we define the substance as two or more different elements. Means here the elements are involved but more than two elements. Clear? Here we have two or more than two elements. When they are chemically combined, chemically bonded, means they will combine by the bonds, by the chemical reaction. So when two different elements are chemically bonded together, they form the compound. Like we take the example of water. Water is a compound. How? Because water molecule is made up of two hydrogen and one oxygen element. As we discussed in the definition of compound, that the substance that is made up of two different elements that are chemically bonded. So here we have different elements, hydrogen and oxygen. Two hydrogen and one oxygen will combine together, they will form the compound, that is water. As you can see that in the example, that the water contain, all the water molecules contain two hydrogen and one oxygen. If you take the water from the tea, or if you take the water from the sea or the river, so all the water molecule will be made from the two hydrogen and one oxygen atom. Okay, the next example of the compound is the sodium chloride, NaCl. Clear? The table salt you use at home. Clear? So table salt or sodium chloride is also a compound. It is a compound because it is made up of two different type of elements. Clear? Sodium and chloride. So sodium and chloride chemically bonded with each other and it will form the sodium chloride. There is no other element, there are only sodium and chloride. That's why we call it as a pure substance. Clear that all the salt are only made up of sodium and the chloride atoms. Clear? So sodium chloride is also a compound. We define the compound as a pure substance that is made up of two or more than two different types of elements. Clear? Sodium is an element and chloride is also an element. So when these two combine together, they will form the sodium chloride and it is commonly known as the table salt. So whenever from where you will take the salt, so it will be made up of only sodium and the chloride. Now we will discuss the summary of the elements and the compound. As we say that substance is divided into elements and compound. Element, a thing which is made up of only single type of atom is known as a substance that is made up of only single type of atom is known as the element. Clear? For example, the gold, the carbon. And while the compound is made up of a substance that is made up of two or more different atoms that are chemically combined together, like water molecule and sodium chloride NaCl. Clear? And you can also define the substance is a define the substance as anything that is free from the impurities. Okay. The next one category of the matter is the mixture. Clear? Now we define the mixture as a mixture is two or more substances which are mixed together but not chemically combined. Mixture can be defined as a substance that are mixed together physically, not chemically. Means there will be no chemical bond, there will be no chemical reactions between these substances. They will be only combined physically, not chemically. By taking the example of muddy water, as we discussed about the water molecule, that water is a pure substance, but when we add little mud in the water molecule, so it will form a mixture. Means that the water and the mud will combine together physically, not chemically. For example, you can see on your mobile screen that here we have the water molecule and the mud. So they are not combined together chemically, they are only physically combined. When we leave the water in the container for some time, the mud in the water, it will settle down at the bottom of the container and there will be no chemical bond. So the muddy water is an example of the mixture. We can separate the mixture by different method. We can separate into the different categories and we separate the mixture by different processes. So muddy water is an example of the mixture. Another example of mixture is the salt in water. Clear? When we add salt into the water, it forms a solution and we call it as a mixture because water is separate compound and salt is the separate compound. So when these two different types of particles will combine together, they will form the mixture and form the salt water. So salt water is also an example of mixture. We can separate the salt from the water by the process of evaporation. For example, when we evaporate, we heat up the water will evaporate and the salt will be left at the bottom. So salt and water can also be separated. As I told you that we can separate the mixture into its components, into its part. Clear? By different process, like we can separate the salt from the water by the process of evaporation. Now the mixture is further categorized into heterogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture. This is the heterogeneous mixture and it is the homogeneous mixture. As homo means same, so we define the homogeneous mixture as a mixture in which the composition of matter is uniform throughout, or we simply say that a mixture in which the composition of matter is same throughout, means uh, there will be only one phase in the solution. Clear? We cannot distinguish into its part. For example, milk. So milk contain different types of substances, but we can't differentiate the substances of milk, like it contain the calcium, it contain the magnesium, different types of elements we have, different types of substances we have in the milk, but we can't differentiate these substances into the milk. We only see the pure form of the milk. So a mixture is in which the composition of matter is uniform, or we can say same throughout, is called homogeneous mixture. It will be also in the form of the solution and remain in the same phase. It will be have only one phase. Now if we take the example of the if we take another type of mixture, that is heterogeneous mixture. So hetero means different. So we define the heterogeneous mixture as a mixture in which the composition is not uniform throughout, means it composition will not be same throughout, and there will be two phases and the parts of it will be distinguishable. Clear? We can distinguish the parts of the mixture. Heterogeneous mixture, it has two or more phases. For example, if we take the example of salt in water, it is a homogeneous mixture, or we called it as a solution. Clear? Because there is only one phase. We can only see the water, we can't see the salt in the water. We can only taste it. Physically we can't see it. So salt in water is an example of homogeneous mixture, that it has the same phase or remain in the same phase throughout. While the example of the heterogeneous mixture is oil in water. If you put oil into the glass of water, so you will see the two phases. This is the one phase and the water is an other phase. Clear? So the oil in water is an example of the heterogeneous mixture, because we can distinguish it into its two parts. So it was all about the definition of heterogeneous mixture and the homogeneous mixture. Now the next one is the society, technology and the science. It's on your book, page number 6. In 1924, de Broglie put forward the theory of dual nature of matter, that is, matter has both the properties of particle as well as waves. De Broglie was a French physician, and he was familiar for his theory of dual nature of matter. Dual means two. Dual nature of matter. But he said that in his theory, he stated that matter has both the properties of the particle as well as waves. Now, particles, the small form of anything, or small. And what are waves? Waves are the type of oscillation, means the to and fro movement of anything. So he said that the matter occur in dual nature, that is in the form of particles as well as in the form of waves. Like we can simply take the example of light rays. That light rays occurs in the form of the wave as well as in the form of the particle. Like wave particle, light also consists of tiny bricks of energy, and we call these bricks of energy known as the photons. As you can see, take simple example of the sunlight comes to the earth in the small packets of energy, and these small packets of energy is known as the photons. So light exists in two forms, that is in the wave form as well as in the form of the particles. He explained the background of two ideas. He advocated that these two systems could not remain detached from each other. Means he defined it, advocated means he defined it that these systems could not remain separate from each other. Means it will be occur at the same time, that in the form of the particles as well as in the form of the waves. By mathematical evidence, he proved that every moving object is attached with waves and every wave has corpuscular nature as well. He gives the mathematical evidence for this nature for this theory, and he said that the waves with attached with the waves and every wave had corpuscular nature as well. Corpuscular nature means as you can simply take the example of matter, that matter consists of the atom, and then atom consists of the small particle, that is electron, protons and neutron. We will discuss the corpuscular nature of the matter in detail inshallah in the next chapter. I hope you all have understand the lecture about the basic definitions, that is about the matter, mass, pure substances, clear and mixture, and all the categories and classification of the matter. If you have any queries, any question, you can ask in the next lecture inshallah. Till take care of yourself, stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.